Now we studied about that is a parturition and lactation. What is a parturition, ma? That is childbirth. Okay, so in this condition, that is a Braxton's Hicks contractions leads to false labor. So the parturition, already we know what is the definition of the parturition. That is a completion of pregnancy and giving the birth to the baby. That is the parturition. So these are the series of events that will be takes place to expel the infant from the uterus. So totally the series of events that is called as a labor. Okay, so throughout the pregnancy, the uterus is undergo periodic episodes. Sometimes it may be a week, or sometimes it is a strong contractions. So these are the contractions that is called as a Braxton Hicks contractions. It leads to a false labor. That is nothing but the uterus, some changes, maybe a strong or weak contractions, the female have to feel about that this is a labor pain. It's a falsely they have to misunderstood the labor pain. Okay, so what is this conditions for false labor they have to felt about that? That is that undergoes of uterus undergoes of a weak and strong contractions. Can you understand, ma? Neurohormonal reflex and parturition or childbirth. As the pregnancy progresses, the hormones promotes the uterine contractions. What is the name of the hormone? The estrogen hormone. It will be increasing the level. It promotes the uterine contractions. It facilitates, that is the helps to molding of the fetus downward movement. Can you understand? So parturition, the fetus, it can be downward movement, that is helpful by the increasing level of estrogens. Okay, so these descendant of the fetus, it will be causes is a dilation of cervix. What is a dilation, ma? Enlargement surface. Okay, enlargement the surface of cervix of the uterus, and also a vaginal canal. So it will be resulting in the neurohormonal reflex, or otherwise it is called as the fetal ejection reflex or Ferguson reflex. Can you understand? So the hormone only, it will be, what is the name of the hormone? Estrogen. It will be responsible to promotes the uterine contractions. Can you understand? What is parturition or childbirth? It's one of the neurohypophysis hormone. Neurohypophysis hormone is a pituitary, that is that posterior pituitary hormone initiates the secretion of oxytocin hormone. So these are the oxytocin hormone. It will be helpful to the powerful contraction of the uterine muscles and leads to the expulsion of the baby through the birth canal. So the sequence of events that is called as parturition or childbirth. What is the name of the hormone, ma? That is oxytocin, which is responsible to production of this oxytocin is a neurohypophysis. What is the role of the oxytocin, ma? That is, it's a powerful contraction of the uterine muscles leads to the expulsion of the baby through the birth canal. So the sequence is called as the parturition or childbirth. The hormone is relaxin. Already we studied about that is a placenta endocrine, temporary endocrine hormone is one is the relaxin. Okay, so the relaxin is a hormone. It's secreted by the placenta and is also found in the corpus luteum. What is the role of this relaxin? It's during the parturition, that is a promotes the parturition by relaxing the pelvic joints, and is also it will be dilations of the cervix with continued powerful contractions of the uterine wall. So this is the role of the relaxin. I repeat, so the relaxin is one of the temporary endocrine gland organ of placenta is produced. It's found in the corpus luteum. It promotes the parturition by releasing the pelvic joints, dilations of the cervix with continued powerful contractions. Can you understand? The relaxin is responsible to helpful of amnion rupture. What is the amnion ma? Amnion is a extra embryonic membrane. So it is filled with the fluid that is called as the amniotic fluid. Okay, the relaxin, it will be rupture the amnion extra embryonic membrane and flows out the amniotic fluid through the vagina followed by the fetus. The placenta also, along with remains of the umbilical cord, it will be expelled out after delivery. So this is called as the afterbirth. Can you understand? Okay, now the parturition. After childbirth, the lactation process is start. That is the production of a milk by the mammary glands. So the mammary glands, it will be show changes during every menstrual cycles, pregnancy and lactation. Okay, so increase the level of estrogens, progesterone, human placental lactogen. So these are the hormones. It will be towards the end of pregnancy to stimulate the hypothalamus towards the prolactin releasing factors. Which one is responsible to prolactin hormones ma? That is the hypothalamus having a anterior pituitary gland. It will be responsible by secreting the prolactin hormone, which plays a major role in lactogenesis. Can you understand? Let down reflex. This is important 3-mark question. That is the oxytocin. What is the oxytocin ma? That is neurohypophysis hormone. It causes a let down reflex. So what is this? It function the actual ejection of a milk. Where it is the milk, it will be ejections from the alveoli of the mammary glands. Okay, so during lactation, the oxytocin, it will be stimulate the recently emptied uterus to contract and is also helping it to return the pre-pregnancy size. So this is the role of oxytocin hormone. It causes a let down reflex, is a actual ejection of a milk from the alveoli of the mammary glands, and is also it stimulates the it's a uterus contraction and return to pre-pregnancy size. What is colostrum? Colostrum, that is the yellowish fluid, it secretes from the mammary glands during the initial few days of after parturition. So these are the colostrum contains less lactose than milk and is no fat. It contains more proteins, vitamin A and its minerals. The colostrum is nothing but that is the initial few days secretion of a milk from the mammary glands. Machimbalnu solluvoம்ல அது போல, that is in from the mammary glands, the yellowish fluid is called as the colostrum, which contains less lactose compared than the milk and no fat. It contains more proteins, vitamin A and minerals. Colostrum milk, which is contain IgA antibodies. These are the antibodies. It will be helps to protect the fetal digestive tract against the bacterial infection. The breast milk is ideal for every infants and it contains all constituents in suitable concentration and it can easily digestible. So it is a fully sufficient till about 6 months of age for all infants must be breastfed by the mother to ensure the growth of a healthy baby. Okay, what is the antibodies is present in colostrum? That is the IgA antibodies. What is the role of the IgA antibodies? It will be protect the digestive tract against the bacterial infection of the fetus. Can you understand? So what is the sufficient for providing colostrum? Till 6 months of age to ensure the growth of a healthy baby. Can you understand? Thank you.